Hello everybody and welcome back to Dishonored 2. I'm Violet and today it's finally happening. We're going after the Duke. It's very exciting. Ooh, oh look, here's the answer from Wyman, which is what I thought we had in the second mission or whatever, but actually it comes here. Ah, that's sad. Probably gonna make it back, unlike the other two Emilys whose respective Wymans are mourning right now. God. So usually the briefing is through here in this room, but I really like this particular day they've opened up the roof and they've taken things outside. If I could get out there. Oh my god. Embarrassing.
And sucking the marrow out of the same people who built it.
This is my favorite view, by the way. It's, it might be because it's the last one we get of Karnaca before we go back to Dunwall, but it's just early morning and the lights are on and the sky is actually a nice color, unlike the conservatory mission. It's just, I don't know. I want to stay here, but we gotta go. We gotta go do a brief.
Respect for the people of Serkonos. Fear of the execution.
Are you ready for this?
So the theme of this mission, as we're going to find out, is chaos. There's some interesting stuff coming up. There's a bug. We're going to deal with a bug. And there's just a lot of guards with sort of interesting and difficult to predict patterns, and it's a bit much. And there's a randomized final encounter with the Duke. So a lot of randomness, a lot of unpredictability, but I'm going to do my best. We're going to try to get through this.
Let's get underway.
So Megan's going to explain the Duke has a body double, and immediately we're just going to start sprinting. Do I have a stinging bolt? Yes, I have one stinging bolt. That's perfect. That's the amount I need. We're not really on a timer here, I don't think, but I just like to sprint because it makes me feel more confident that I'll be here in time for this. Whoops. This guard right here. Okay, where's he going to go? That's good, that's good. That's what I want. There's a couple of different ways he can go, but this is one of my favorites. Is he going to stop in the doorway? Yes, nice. Okay, that's good. I want to say out loud at some point that I have... You know, I said in the previous episode that I didn't want to practice this game too much. I've since discovered that that's a bad idea, so I've just abandoned that and I'm revisiting the later levels in the game, and I'm really glad I did because I found this that I never realized before. These two guards, I always used to just sneak past them. But it turns out, actually this one, well actually both of them, they both end up going somewhere, and I never really wondered where, but it turns out this guy I'm choking right now is crucial to an area later on, like at the end of this area, which was really giving me some trouble. So now I've taken him out, it's going to be way, way easier. I love that, like, you can... Oh, he's here at first, and you can get him, and then the future thing... That's so cool, right? I never realized. I'll show you later. Anyway, see if we can help this guy out. Oh, I'm just so happy we found that. Because before that, my plan for this mission was even more scary than it currently is, and it's already a little bit scary. Okay, get up here. He's moving back, so I'm just gonna... It's weird, this guard on the railing, if you go further away from him, he's more likely to see you. So you want to kind of hug that ledge with the sink on it, and then just keep moving directly to your right as you're facing him. Okay. Oh, I'm also having an interesting thing where Emily keeps pulling out a weapon. I don't know why. It's either my scroll wheel or maybe my F key or one of my numbers. I don't know what's happening. Something's getting a bit funny, but
Captain,
yeah.
her brother died in that fire.
Just waiting out this conversation.
Drunk, from what I remember. You've got until tomorrow to pay up.
So we're gonna listen for footsteps because I just want to make sure that the guard has moved far enough that he won't see me when I slip forward and go grab this gate combination. 925, cool. So I'm just going to be waiting here for a bit. I'll try to explain. The next thing we're going to be dealing with is the bug. And I know how to avoid the bug, but I'm choosing not to, so I should explain. What it's going to do is it makes a couple of different glass objects across the map explode. And when they explode, they explode quite violently. And one of them is next to a pair of howlers who we're going to meet in just a minute. 925, I think I said? When it explodes, the howlers, if they're awake, they're going to get upset, and they might get upset and walk into the guards, who will start a big fight. There's a sentry turret that will blow them up with missiles. It's a big noisy mess. I don't want it to happen. A, because they might die, which is kind of like, it's not my fault. The game wouldn't judge me, but I'd still like to avoid it. And, here we go, time to run. And, yeah, it's just a lot of chaos and moves the guards around. I don't like it. Also, if they're unconscious when the bottle explodes, it'll kill them. if an unconscious... Oh my god. Unconscious body is too close to that... oh no, I'm walking slowly. Oh dear, this might be bad timing. Stun mine here. Pull out your crossbow bolts, climb this thing. Fire at the wall. Oh, I hope I'm in time. Need to get them far away from the bottle. These are the howlers, by the way. Oh, they're kind of close. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. They could explode at any moment. I'm going to put them down over here because of... Oh, no. Oh, she's still unconscious. Fantastic. But now people are panicking. That's new to me. Okay, I don't know what's happening anymore. Oh, this is the chaos I warned us about. Okay, she's going to react negatively if I move these bodies. I'm trying to just get out of here. I'm gonna double check that no one died. Maybe they died. No, looking alright. Nope, they died. We ruined the run. Oh. Okay, who died? How did I... What? Everyone's unconscious. Oh. Wait. No, those are the original dead bodies. Oh, was it you somehow? The howler I put down over... Wait, where'd he go? Civilian, civilian.
Come on. Don't have time for games.
Okay, there's a guard. That might be... I put a guy down here, didn't I? I don't know what just happened. I'd really like to find, like, a dead body at this point. Like, that'd be cool. Could it be... Oh! Now that's interesting. Because... there is not a howler here. Like... what the fuck? Hey everybody, it's me, Violet, here, just after that all happened, I have just looked at the footage and discovered that, the moment I put him down, the bottle explodes, and that teleports him. His body disappears, and it reappears over by the music near the shop, which is why everyone panicked. A body suddenly appeared next to them, and it seemed some part of that teleportation process appears to have killed him, and I don't know who the second dead person was, but wow. Okay, there is more to that bug than I currently understand. Kind of interesting, at least. Look, gentlemen, it's been an absolute privilege. Ah, fuck, I landed on something. There we go. Oh my god. So the good news is I know a way to make that bug never happen, okay? It's very simple. It's just a bit boring, so I didn't do it last time, but we'll do it this time. Give me that. It's perfect. The guard is already there, so I'll just walk down these stairs and then fire a gun into the air. And then run around this corner. Listen. 1, 2. Did I get... there he is. Okay. There's 2 civilians over there who could notice some bodies, but they don't seem to freak out too much. I guess they just don't like cops. It's fair. Yeah, so basically the trick here is just don't go through that gate. Last time we went through a gate and we overheard that conversation, someone was like, let me in. And that is part of what triggers that whole sequence of events to occur. If we just go a different way, hopefully the bottle will never explode, which will make the whole journey here just way, way easier. So let's do this again. So I think what causes that bottle to explode, is there's like this whole subplot in this part of the mission where some smugglers are trying to offload some goods and some Grand Guard know about it and they go and try to steal the goods. And there's a bunch of like different states the level can be in where like they're over at the boat or they're in their room or they're in their room again, but this time there's lots of stuff they've just stolen. And I think the game like loads in one instance of a room on top of another or something and suddenly the glass just explodes. Like I don't know why, but somehow that story, if you allow it to happen in the right way, it just tends to make things explode. So we're just gonna do our best to avoid noticing. If we never hear the conversation between the smuggler and the shopkeeper, it seems like something just doesn't trigger, and the bottle hopefully shouldn't explode at all. So that's my plan. Oops. I'm glad people can't see stun mines because they're quite bright, but it would sort of defeat the purpose of the gun. What a cool difficulty setting though. If guards could, like if they were able to see, they could spot them and know to avoid them, that'd be really interesting. Damn. I thought it would be hard to program or something. I don't want to be seen as giving notes on the game, but like that'd be pretty cool, right? Anyway, so we're not going to go to the left, that is death. We're going to go to the right, which is a watchtower. The reason I took out those guards with the stun mine is just because it's kind of hard to sync up your... Ooh, good timing. Like, this thing's movement with the guard movements without getting spotted, so I just wait till it's going to the left there. Let's go through this door. This door will take us actually much quicker and more efficiently to where we were just before, but this time the bottle's not going to explode. I am still planning to knock the howlers out with the stun mine because I still am worried about them getting into a fight with the guards and causing more chaos. You know we don't like chaos. So I'm just going to... See, here we are. This is where I was rushing last time, but I feel pretty confident now. Unless I have no stun mines. Hang on one second. Hang on. This is interesting. Why don't I have as many stun mines as I think I should? I get a bit confused about this. Okay, see you later, buddy. See, the story's still going, so they're not going to stand up. That was a bit... Why is that? I have a little gripe about this game, which is I'm pretty sure it steals my ammo. And I know I sound like a conspiracy theorist when I say that. But if you actually... I think I have it on footage now. In the Dust District... When was it? At some point I had 1 grenade, and I was surprised to have 1 grenade. And before a scene transition, I had 2 grenades. But after the cutscene, I think it was after the Time Mansion, I went past an unskippable outsider cutscene, and I suddenly only had 1 grenade, and I was like, hang on. Yeah, so I don't know if that's the case here, or if I just miscounted my stun mines this run. I do it mostly the same way every time, I think. Although, you know, stuff goes different every time, so I might have used a stun mine in a last mission somewhere. Not sure. Anyway, see how the bottle didn't explode? That's the bottle. This is the source of all of our woes. It's harmless now. I think even if I went back and listened to that conversation that causes it to explode, I think it would not explode now, so I'm just going to leave it. Heck, you know what, I won't mock the game. I'm going to leave it in this alleyway where no one's around, okay? I'm pretty sure the danger is past, and maybe it isn't even the bottle that does it. Maybe it's just the bottle is a symptom of a greater problem in the universe, but... Anyway, you see how that little piece of paper is there? Another thing that the bug can do when it goes off is it breaks some stuff in this shop, and I think the explosion knocks this piece of paper underneath the surface or into a wall somewhere. And that means you can't buy it? For some reason, if things move around in here, like this little thing, sometimes it's in a different slot after the explosion, or it just disappears. So you can't turn the carriage rails off, which isn't super important to me. It used to be in my old plans. I like to buy it anyway, just in case, because I'm going to be going past those rails at some point. It'd be nice for them not to blow me up. But yeah, now we can shop for everything. Just buy, you know, do I need a spring razor? I'll buy another one just in case. I don't think I'm going to need a spring razor. Oh, hopefully that's good. See how much better that went? Wasn't that great? How it went better. I like this song, by the way. It's quite dramatic, but it's good. Go visit the outsider real quick, because why not get $400 extra? Anyway, we're gonna head upstairs now. There are still some things that could go a bit funny, actually. One thing that shouldn't go funny, I hope, is there shouldn't be a guard standing here. I'm gonna double check. That's a guard who sometimes is there because of... This is the door where the guards who caused the bottle explosion, they're gonna go steal some goods. You'll hear them talking in a moment. Then, see, they know about the boat in the bay and they want to go get the stuff. But sometimes they come out of that door if you triggered them earlier by hearing other conversations. So luckily in this version where we don't trigger it, they don't come out. The next thing that could go wrong is this guard out here could be standing up. No, he's behaving today. That's very nice. Sometimes, recently I've noticed him just standing up. And I seem to be able to fix it by saving and loading or just like quitting out and coming back. But it's not nice. I'm going to knock both of these guys out. I don't have to, but it's a little safer. Makes me feel a little safer. Plus I can show you a little visual glitch, which is, I think it's something about the lighting, the way lighting is done in this game. Always feels a bit tense here, like if that guy looked to his right a bit, he'd see me, but he doesn't, usually. So if you just put the person down here, they change color. There we go, see? I don't know what the deal is with that, I think, yeah, something to do with lighting, but... just kind of a fun little anomaly. Funny how this level's full of those, I wonder why that is. See, he went, oh, okay. Nice. Now, if you remember how I died, or how I ended things last time, this might look a bit familiar to you, but this time we're actually aiming to land on the watchtower. Which, I mean, I know when I first thought of it, I thought, I'm not putting that in the permadeath run, but that's actually surprisingly safe if you just know the right position to aim for. It's not so bad. This should be fine. Now, I'll show you what we did, show you this. So this is a guard who patrols up and down this street. We need to get into that door, and he's going to see us if he's facing us. There used to be, or there usually is, a guard who patrols along this street too, and their patrols are not necessarily synchronized, so sometimes you'd get like a good pattern where they're both facing away, and sometimes you'd get a bad pattern where one of them's always watching the door. But as you can see, there's no one here because we took that guy out. You remember way back at the start when I sting bolted that person and got all excited? That is this guard. He becomes this guard, and I never knew about it, and now this is so much easier. It's just, he faces away. There's a guard there we have to get with a stinging bolt, but that's fine. I've got 5 of them. Fantastic. This fence I used to be a bit afraid of because it has spikes on it that can hurt you and make you fall backwards, but if you land on the flat bits, you're fine, is what I've learned. So just, whoops. This guy occasionally looks to his right, so I'm just going to lean around. Nah, he's behaving today. He usually is. I'll just literally walk in here. Close the door behind me, and we're through. Isn't that nice? So, we got the shopkeeper's key earlier, which you gotta remember to do. It's in the safe. Come on in here, and it's kind of a funny story. This is the guy who owns the safe shop we were hiding in earlier, and you can read a note about how he's actually really bad at remembering codes for safes, despite being a safe salesman. But so if you look at his photo, he's got a good way of remembering it. Took me a while to figure that one out. I was expecting an explicit someone saying the code in the note like there usually is, but no, you have to do a bit of reasoning and either guess an easy password for him or look at his photo. There we go. Got this too, why not? And so this is kind of a special door. This leads to the second half of the mission. There's a couple of these. But the second we go in there, we're going to get, it's going to load in the next half of the level, including where the dukes are going to be. So I guess I'll have to explain the duke. Ah, there it is, the Grand Palace. I think it's quite nice looking. Like, I know it's a symbol of everything that's wrong with this country and stuff, but, you know, it's cool looking. I like breaking into it. There's a great view. Just dropped down here. So, yeah, the Duke. If you've only played the game once, you might not even, like, there's hints to it, but you wouldn't necessarily know, but the Duke and his double are in randomized positions every night. So, you won't technically, well, you theoretically won't get the same level twice. For a little while. I mean, you know, there's a chance. So how it works is there's always one of the Dukes, not sure which. There's a Duke and his body double. One of them's always in the bedroom. So that's a good place to check first, just to see who's where. But then there are 4 other locations. And so the other Duke, whichever one's not in the bedroom, will be in a random selection of those 4. And depending on which Duke you get in the other room, you have to have a different plan for that, because they work in slightly different ways. They have different things you need to do with them. So essentially I had to come up with 8 plans for this level, is what I'm saying. And I did. Although some of them are pretty simple. For instance, the Duke's office. If either Duke is in there, then you've got a really easy time. And I'm actually kind of hoping not to get that, because it's just so dull. So naturally I'm going to get it. Or I'm going to get something fiendishly hard and die. That seems like more likely, actually. So, cross your fingers I don't get the office. It's just a snooze cruise. We're coming up on the first clue here. Sort of, you can figure out where the Dukes are as you get to the bedroom. So by the time we get to the bedroom, we will know where the Duke is, just by process of elimination. And the first option we can tick off our list is the garden. Is there a... We've got a garden Duke, folks. Okay. That is a painting on the easel, which means one of the Dukes is out here painting. And I'll tell you what, if we get the real Duke, we're going to have a pretty easy time. If we get the fake Duke, that's a moderately scary proposition. It's not so bad, but it could go wrong. You know, it's one of those ones that could go wrong. So how we're going to find that out is we're going to... By the way, that whale oil tank is for an arc pylon. We really don't want that to be on, so we just turn it off now. We're just going to listen in to the Duke, who's behind this wall of plants here. Might take him a second to start talking, but once we hear him, we'll know, because they do a really bad job of pretending to be each other. Like, it'd be cool if the fake Duke actually said things that the Duke would say, but no, he's always just complaining about how much his life sucks and how he wishes he could do more to help people and stuff, like stuff the Duke wouldn't say. Come on, buddy, say something. Which one are you? Maybe I'll try to explain the difference between the two. In most situations, if you just watch the Duke enough, either the real or the fake, wherever they are, they usually send their guards away. But for some reason I've found that if you get the fake Duke in the garden, he doesn't do that very reliably at all. Oh, it is the fake Duke. Alright, we got a fight on our hands. Gonna put a stun mine down there and just walk away. We'll be coming back to this later. That's good. That's the less boring option, so I'm kind of happy about that. But yeah, he doesn't send his guards away, and he doesn't kill the dog. He's painting a dog right now, and if you get the real Duke, he gets frustrated because he sucks at painting, and he kills his dog, which is messed up, but it makes my job way easier. Like, you would not believe. So if you get the real Duke in the garden, you can basically wait a minute, he'll send his guards away, kill the dog, and then you can just walk up to him and kidnap him, and it's fine. But if you get the fake Duke, you gotta do a bit more work. So, hopefully we get it. Basically, we're just worried about the dog, eventually. The dog can be a bit tricky. We will leave that for now. We'll grab a rune, and we'll go take care of the real Duke, who's up in his bedroom. And on the way, we'll get some guards out of the way, steal a schematic. It's a whole thing. But now we know what we're doing. We know where we are. We didn't get the office! That is, I'm genuinely quite pleased we didn't get the office. I felt in my bones that was likely. Haven't gotten the throne room in a while, and I was kind of hoping for throne room, to be honest, because if you get the real Duke in there, it's a bit of a fun time getting him back. Basically, if you get the real Duke somewhere far away from the bedroom, you eventually have to bring him back to the bedroom, and that can be a fun trip. But today, we are not doing that. He's in the bedroom, so he's right where we want him, technically. These two guards up here, we're just going to open this secret door, which will freak them out, but they won't see me. And if I don't run, if I just sneak, they will only send one guard to investigate, which is exactly the number that I like. He might take his time. But, look, the Duke in his secret planning room, he put some flowers on Delilah's photo, which is kind of sweet. They're good flowers, too. I like them. Here he is. Now, he usually goes to my left, but recently he went to my right in a practice, and I was a bit confused. Yeah, he noticed that I stole some things, so he says, there's something here. I kind of wish more... Like, guards do kind of notice when stuff goes missing, but it doesn't come up very often for me, and it'd be cool if it did. Now, this next guard, he's on a bit of a timer, I think. Once I hit the stairs, I think that activates him, so he's on a... Oh, I heard the click. He's going to be looking away, but then he's going to sharply turn his head to look in my direction. Whoop. And then he should go back, and then I'm going to sneak up behind him. You got just enough time. That's probably needlessly elaborate. I could have gotten these two with a stun mine, but I found a way not to, so you know me. They're pretty consistent. You just want to go fast. When you've hit the stairs, you want to just do that all in one smooth kind of motion, because if you wait, he will move across the room, and it becomes much harder to avoid him. I don't like doing it, so just, yeah, get him quick. Wait for that one glance, and then just go get him. Close the door, because it's just superstition at this point. Now, we're going to do a lot of stair climbing here. If you practice this mission enough, you'll get kind of good at jumping up these stairs rather than climbing them all. Or maybe that's just me. It's a fun habit. Wow. Lots and lots of the powers that we're just not really going to interact with now. We'd get to mess around more with some different things. Now, this is the Duke's office, the boring area, but the Duke isn't in here, so it's just one guard and a cleaner. So we're just gonna, we need a schematic from in here, so we're just gonna have him watch this guard until he moves. Which you won't do, I don't think, unless you stare at him for a second. There he goes. And then we'll go in there and take care of stuff in there. Doing alright. Glad to be here finally after that disaster earlier. Here he comes. Conveniently the cleaner will leave if we sync things up just right.
Nothing. Worse than nothing.
It seems the Duke has some of the Jindosh clockwork soldiers.
And I'm going to hide him in a little flower bed over here. I don't think that actually helps hide him at all. I don't think this game has that kind of Far Cry style hiding things in grass system at all. But to me, he looks pretty hidden, so I find that comforting. Let's grab this and get out of here. By the way, the way you figure out where the Duke is, you check if the painting's there. If it's not, you come up here. He's either in here or there. If he's not in either of them... Oh. If you look through that keyhole, you can, if there's no servant cleaner like there is in that room, if she's not in there, you know he's in there, because it's either the cleaner or the Duke, one of them's in there. And if you rule out both of those, then he's in the throne room. So that's how you figure it out. It's kind of a fun process to sort of deduce where he is. And there's so many options, like you could play this game a lot and not see the same combination twice, theoretically. Although I do find, like again, I haven't seen the throne room in ages. It's okay though. I'm just waiting here. This is the Duke's bedroom because he's going to start talking, and I don't know, for some reason I'm right under him, so I feel like that'll trigger him faster. I'm going to go hide in his bathtub for a bit. It's quite nice. So this Duke is quite... Any Duke who comes into the bedroom, he's only got one guard, and he eventually says this and sends them away. So it's never really a problem, this room. It's quite safe. I am thinking of making a video where I just, like a little bonus video where I just show off all the other Duke options and how I was going to deal with them. Because there's some fun ones in there, and some less fun ones. Delilah's room in particular can be a real nightmare, especially with the body double, because you have to talk to him, and he can get freaked out if he sees some things, and there's this one really diligent guard who has a very confusing patrol pattern. But anyway, so there's some cool stuff. But this one, I'm mostly just worried about the dog now, the dog in the gardens, because it's pretty good at seeing me. I have to remember to actually get this guy. Briefly zoned out, but now we need him. He goes downstairs and becomes a problem. If you get him early, I barely think about it now, but I always just get him because it's just so much easier. What we're gonna do is we're gonna knock out the Duke and then talk to the fake Duke, and he'll say, well, I'm, like, hey, no, I guess I'll say, like, you're pretty good at being the Duke. Would you like to be just take the job of the real Duke? And he'll be like, yeah, cool. And you hatch a scheme, and then you just put the Duke on the bed. They swap necklaces to prove that the fake Duke is the real Duke. No one asks any questions of that.
I met her as a boy.
He's reminiscing about Delilah.
Now we're
And looking at a bookshelf. He doesn't even recognize that I'm a threat. Like, if he saw me, he'd just be like, hello there. Do you work for Delilah? There he goes. Make sure to get his keys. That's a very important key. While I'm in the area, get this guard down here. I don't know if I need to, but it's good for my brain. And he's got a good patrol and a bad patrol, this guard. He is doing the bad patrol today. He stares out at the sea, and then randomly turns around. I don't know how to tell, so I just get him with a sleep dart. I'm sorry. I am not messing with that guy today. There he goes. He might be fine, but I don't know his tell. Maybe he has a tell. Maybe I'll have to come back and study him. But he spends ages just staring off into the distance, and then occasionally turns around. And I don't know what does that, so goodbye. So when we swap the Dukes around, there's going to be some guards who come up here to enforce that and take the real Duke away. So I'm just going to hide the body, not there, because that's where they take him. They take him into that room. And like, they wouldn't see me or anything, but they might freak out a bit, and that's not what I want. I like smooth, non-freaked out guards whenever possible. Just going to put you down there, and then I think we're just going to go, if I recall correctly. Like, yeah, because I'm in the right position. So the way we're going to get down to the gardens is the same way I would go just to get to this dome here. This dome is where they're keeping Delilah's soul. That's our other objective, by the way. We have to go get Delilah's soul. This pathway, I don't know, it feels kind of wrong, doesn't it? But I feel like the devs must have known about it, and they haven't stopped me from doing it, so it's just really convenient. We're not going to go down there. That's what we did in the other thing. There's an arc pylon, but it can't get me right now. There's also a clockwork around here. There he is. I'm just gonna hop along this path. I think if you stand on these grassy bits, they're not gonna let you stand on there for long, but if you just keep holding the jump key, you'll pull yourself up onto the solid bits. And here we are back at the gardens again. There's some guards, as you see, they're still not gone, and the Duke is just standing, well, I should say the body double, he's standing over there. In order to get rid of them all, you remember that stun mine we placed down ages ago? Well, I'm just going to lean over here and aim a crossbow bolt at this wall, makes a noise, and then get into position to watch them. So the guards are pretty consistent, they will run towards it, but the dog sometimes comes for me. Oh, they've turned left today, that's good. So let's just keep an eye. The dog is really, really good at seeing me up here, so I'm very afraid that it will do that. I think we got him. Yep, the dog is down. Oh, that's great. Because if he decides to come this way, if you try to like lean over and look for him, he'll just see you. So like, it's really scary. But with him out of the way, and this guard, where's he? Oh, he's going back. That's perfect. Ah, when he's over there, that's when he can't see me. Where is he going? Hello? Is this typical for him? Oh, this feels like the kind of thing that could catch me out. I'm just gonna wait and watch this guard for a sec, because oh no, he's sitting down. That's what he does. Okay. He can see me when I'm standing in this lit up part of this beam, when he's standing on the closer side of his patrol. But if he's not there, that means I'm ready to go. And luckily, the Duke, either Duke, when they're here, shouldn't step out past this wall. Hey, no you didn't. Step off. He doesn't look around that wall, so he shouldn't notice that I've knocked out all of his guards. Here's the fake Duke.
no offer to bow or kiss my hand.
There's this fun thing where you can choose which Duke you think he is. It's like a puzzle.
Let's have it then. Who are you, and what do you want?
And you get fun, like, if you tell the real Duke that you think he's the body double, he listens to your whole scheme and then just like, yes, and walks towards the nearest alarm.
Listen, I think you're the Duke's body double. You can't have any love for the man. I'm here to end his rule. and I have an idea.
Guards can see you during this cutscene, so like it's actually
you figured it out.
somewhat
But if you're not
dangerous to
here
watch it instead of
assassinate
skipping
the
it.
Duke, what do you want?
Now that we've talked to him, we can just go straight back to the Duke's bedroom and finish this up. We're going to go by way of the dome, because we need Delilah's soul anyway, and it's right there, so we're just going to get that on the way past. Oh, close one. Because as I mentioned, that... Buddy, could you stop half seeing me, please? Ugh. I'm going to get caught by the clockwork. I know that's going to be exactly the thing I didn't prepare for. Clockwork being a problem. I'm just going to get him with a stinging bolt because I'm impatient. There you go. Because, yeah, he's a problem when he's standing there. Buddy, could you move or something? Okay, it's fine. Just going to hop down here. There's an arc pylon, but it's not going to get me. And I could turn it off, but I don't need to, so
This
why
must be
bother?
the Duke's vault.
This is why we grabbed that key earlier from the real Duke, because it opens this door. And this is the getting Delilah's soul section, which technically exists. Sorry, I zoned out for a second there, but we just have to talk to a statue briefly, and then the clockwork that's downstairs will explode. So it's not too scary once you know how to do it. Just face this fiery painting and the altar in front of you, and that means that Delilah's right there. That's a scary bat statue we saw in the Time Mansion. It's got a soul in it, and the clockwork is just the perfect timing. When it gets to around here, you just drop down and press F as you're falling. Whoop. And the cutscene plays. This is where we say goodbye to Emily's mum.
This is it.
She's gotta go. Oh, bye Emily's mum.
Delilah's spirit.
Now, where's the clockwork? Oh, it's right behind me. Cool. It teleports to a random point in the room and then explodes. That's, the justification there is that maybe Delilah's spirit was holding the clockwork soldier together, which is fascinating and is never elaborated on further. Yeah, that was Delilah's soul. That statue resolved. Now we just gotta get to finish up the Duke stuff. We've come in a bit of a circle now, so this is the room we were in a minute ago with the flowers, remember? So we've got a clean shot all the way up to the top of the building to go take care of the Duke. Things are looking pretty good for us right now, unless I make some colossal error. There's actually, if everything goes right, there should be another breaking glass sound effect, which makes me wonder if doing this cutscene and then skipping it causes that same bug we had earlier, but in like a less lethal way. So have a listen. We're gonna swap these Dukes around. Glass shattering, see? So I wonder if that's another glass that explodes because they're loading in a new version of this level. I'm really not sure. Kind of a fun thought. Also, my old strategy for the this situation where the body double's in the garden, it involved a lot of stinging bolts, because I figured rather than getting rid of his guards, I could just get him to walk away from his guards and then talk to him, which does work. He will talk to you after a stinging bolt, but weirdly, the plan just doesn't work. Like, you can do all that, you get the cutscene, they swap places and all that happens, but your journal still says that you have to kill the Duke. The non-lethal option disappears, whereas hopefully I've just got a nice little rendezvous with Megan. Why did I come this way? I guess I just force a habit. Most of the time you come here last, so I guess I'll just drop down and go through here again. We're just doing loops around the palace today, it's fine. Okay, yeah, so if you hit him with a stinging bolt, I think that counts as an attack, so even if you make the plan with him and do the plan, you're still not allies, and so if for some reason it just doesn't work. Like, you've hurt the NPC you needed to help you with this plan, so the game doesn't allow you to proceed. So I actually have to write off stinging bolts for that one particular character. You cannot stinging bolt the fake Duke if you want to do the non-lethal ending. Would have had to kill somebody. This is the safest way out of the palace, by the way. You just swim back out the way you came in. It's a really good way in, like, honestly. Not a very well-protected palace. They should have taken better care of this area. It's the moral here for all of us. You know, proper castle maintenance is important for... And, bit sad now, because this is actually our last couple of minutes in Karnaca. And they give us this amazing view to make us feel extra sad about that. So I always get a bit emotional. Although, to be honest, I've been playing this game now on permadeath settings for a while, so I'm actually feeling uniquely positioned to not feel too bad. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting out of here. But yeah, that was the palace, and now we're going to leave Karnaca forever and go to Dunwall, which is much less pretty, as I hope I've proven to you all by now. Let's get into a boat. Hey, Megan.
So, is that it? The fall of Karnaka?
From now on, the Duke will be guided by better stars.
Back to the dreadful whale, then, and on toward Dunwall.
Yes, at long last. To take back the throne and find a way to save my father.
And nobody died. That's comforting. Before I learned about the bottle bug, I used to just finish the mission. They'd like die off screen and I wouldn't know what it was, so I'd get to the end and be like, wait, what? 2 people died? So still a lot I don't know about that bug. But yeah, we survived, we learned how to get around it, and now we finished the mission. And there's only one left. So, goodness, thank you very much for joining me for this mild clusterfuck of a mission, which we eventually got through. And next time we're going to be going after the Empress herself. We're going to take down Delilah and finish the game. But how many times will I die between then and now? That's hopefully 0. But yeah, I hope you'll join me for that, and thank you very much. Goodbye.